So what we did, you can see our marks on the floor here. That's the one for the ice maker. Here's the other one for our gas valve. We marked these targets on the floor, and we did that by using a string and a washer, like a plumb bob. So let's get that set up, and we'll show you how we're going to transfer the mark back the other way. So what we're going to do, we got our washer on a string here. I'm going to take our washer on a string, put it right on where the gas valve is, and then we're going to work our string up here. You can see where it is. So it's right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a mark right here. That's that one. Now I'm going to come over to the other spot. So now what do? Well, first we're going to come over to a place where we can measure off of. And what we're going to do is we're going to measure off the wall over here. And we're going to come out and say that's at 49. So it's at 49 inches. Well, we want to make the opening like 12 by 12. So 49 minus 6, okay? So we're going to come up here, we're going to do 49. And then we're going to minus 6 from that. So 6 from 49 is 43. Whoops. So we're going to come up here to 43 and make a mark. And we're going to come over here and make it. So we're going to come over here, make our mark. Double check it. Yep, that's at 43. Going to make another one over here at 43. And what we're going to do is make some more marks at 12 from that. And 12 from this one. That's got 2 of our lines. Put our straight edge up here. You can see both. Just like this. So it's got 12 inches in there. Then from there, we're going to mark it this way. So we know about where this is. We're going to come over a little bit here. So we're a little bit off from the edge over here. Make another line. Oh, isn't good. Now we're going to make another mark at 12 inches. Make another mark at 12 inches. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to put this up here. Again, we let this move. All right. So hopefully you can see my square there. So the next thing we have to do is cut the sheetrock. You can see how thick the sheetrock is. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a saw like this on the sheetrock. Now the thing is, you got pipes up there, so you can see how this comes through. That comes through way too much. We're going to go set this up so it barely comes through the sheetrock. So we're going to go adjust this blade, and we'll get cutting. So we're just going to lay this on the sheetrock. We can feel it here. Notice safety, no battery. Okay. Gonna loosen this up here. I'm going to pull this up. And then you can see how that barely comes through right there. So now we can close this. I tighten that up. You can see that we're going to barely, you can feel the tips barely through there. We know that the pipes are like an inch away or inch and a half away from that wood, that sheetrock. But we'll just make it so it comes through just a little bit. For the corners, we're going to use this tool. We probably have one of these too for cutting sheetrock, and we're going to set that up. You can see that comes through quite a bit right now. I'm going to that's where that just goes through a little bit. So now we have the blade set here where this just goes through a little bit too. So now we're all set. So now we're going to go cut. Time to cut. We're going to put our saw against here like this and cut through. And that's how we're going to do them all. So we'll bring you back after we cut these, because it's going to be hard for you to see on the camera with me standing in the way. But basically, we're going to go in and we're going to cut it like that. We're going to cut all four. We're going to cut up to the corners, but it won't go all the way through. We're going to have to come back and go with that other device and get the corners. So here you go. You got a nice piece, but you can see it's still hooked up in the corners. So we still got to cut the corners. We're going to come in with this to cut the corners and turn that on and basically come in the corner here. Oh, with their face shield, we're getting sawdust or sheetrock dust in our face here. So sheetrock dust is coming down in our eyes, so we did this to dust out. Okay, so we got a few more corners to do. What we are going to do is we're going to put some tape in the middle because we don't have a piece to fall out. So we'll get some tape. Okay, so we got some goggles, so we don't have to worry about the particles that are coming down. The other thing I got is some tape. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put tape across here like this. We're going to do that on both of them so that we don't get, we've got to cut this one yet, but so we don't get it to fall out. If this piece falls out and gets broke, we can cut another piece to fit. We don't want to do that. So now the next thing to do, we did the one corner here. Got to do the other corners. So there you go, we're cut. Let's see if we can pull that out. But the first thing we're going to do is we have to put that thing, or we leave that piece in there. But so what we're going to do is we're going to pull this tape down so that we can get this piece out. It should now come out. There you go. And there's my valve. We'll show you the valve in a minute. So we're going to keep this just like this, because what we're going to do with this is slide it in here like this. And we're going to slide it past, away from the opening a little bit, because what we're going to do is put on some trim, and then this has to come over the trim and drop in. So we're just going to put that right like that. Double check that that's the right way to be, because you can't turn it once it's in there. Yep, there we go. See, that fits. Okay, perfect. Now we're just going to slide that in there like that. Now let's show you the pipes. So here's our pipes. There's our gas valve. So you can see we'll be able to get at this on either side, so that's good. So we're going to go cut the other hole. We'll bring you back for some trim work. Hey, welcome back. So here's what we're working on. We got these pieces we cut, which you're going to put up here. So these pieces are going to go like this. You can see how we're going to just kind of center that and leave it stick in just a little bit. We're going to nail it on there. We've got a whole bunch of these, and we're going on that. Oh, we are going to use a nailer. Make sure your nails are short enough that they don't come up and hit your pipes. That would be end poorly. Then we're going to put a little glue on this, because the nails are just going to be into the sheetrock. So we're going to put a little glue here. Maybe we can get the glue to come out of the container here. Doesn't really need a lot of glue. So now we're gonna start stapling them up here. Let that hang over about a 1/2 inch. Reach up in here, get our little piece of sheetrock. And a little piece of sheetrock will just go in here like this. There you go. So there you go. You've now made a hatch. You can push this in and out. Piece of cake. It's sealed up. You still got access. We'll be doing our seam work nice and patching our holes. We'll be all set. So here you go behind me. You can see we've got our portals in there. So now we can access our plumbing if we need to. When it's painted, it won't be that noticeable. So don't forget to subscribe to My Two Good Hands. We'll catch you in the next video. But here's one way when you sheetrock your basement, cover up your valves and what have you. If you got to clean out, make doors like this. You're going to love it because it's going to be so much easier when, if I got to change the stove, I can unhook this thing and shut it off. If I got to change my refrigerator or work on my ice maker, I can open up the portal, this one, and turn it off. That's how it goes when you plan ahead. Don't forget. So there you go. Don't forget to subscribe to My Two Good Hands. Don't forget to use the links below to shop Amazon. It does help support the channel, and we appreciate every bit of it. Catch you in the next video.